We men are expected to start acting like adults by the age of 18 or 19. It's time to put on your big boy pants, live life like a man, and stop acting like a spoiled brat. You escaped your childhood years ago. But some professional athletes never learned what manners were. They make millions of dollars and have countless people watching them on TV all the time. Yet they choose to act like children. I'm Justin Fraction, and today we present 10 athletes who need to grow up. And a big shout out to Good Mythical Midnight for suggesting this list. We hope you enjoyed it, and if you do, feel free to click subscribe down below for more cool videos every single day. And if you have any ideas for videos, let us know down there too. You never know, we might use it and give you a shout out. Draymond Green. It doesn't matter if he plays on the best team in the NBA that will win many more championships. Green is one of the most dominant two-way players on the planet, yet he finds something to whine about all the time. Green has racked up fines for whining about officials. In fact, he told reporters in 2015 that both his mother and grandmother told him to stop whining to referees. You didn't know that, Draymond? You still need to be babied by your mother and grandmother? Poor them. Time for you to grow up, my son. Brad Marchand. There's no denying that Marchand is one heck of a player. He was a key piece of the Boston Bruins' 2011 Stanley Cup championship squad. But Marchand acts like that spoiled 12-year-old kid we all had in our class that nobody could stand. He's always asking for you to punch him square in the face. Marchand has been both suspended and fined multiple times, from clipping players dangerously to slew-footing them. Marchand seems to love hurting people, and he finds it hilarious. He never learns his lesson. That all adds up to one thing: him not growing up. He's played in the NHL for a decade now. He's past his teens and 20s. We give up on him ever growing up at this point. DeMarcus Cousins. 6'11", 270 pounds. Indeed, DeMarcus Cousins really has the look and build of a guy who grew up years ago. Except he hasn't. Cousins got suspended because he berated a Spurs analyst for accusing Boogie of bullying Tim Duncan on the court. A month later, the Sacramento Kings suspended Cousins for unprofessional behavior. He got a nice $25,000 fine once for an inappropriate comment in the 2017 game. Cousins seems to snap anytime someone says something bad about him on the court. Does he not know all athletes get criticized? Grow up, DeMarcus. Stop being that childish cousin. Des Bryant. A three-time Pro Bowler and star wide receiver, Des Bryant is good at football. He is not a nice man, however. Bryant is always throwing temper tantrums on the sidelines. Why? Because he doesn't get the ball enough. I guess over 100 targets a year just won't cut it. Bryant also berates media members and threatens them. They're just doing their job, DZ. And beating up your own mother? Where do we even go with this guy? He's never gonna grow up, is he? Yasiel Puig. There's no denying the talents of Cuban star Yasiel Puig, who almost helped the LA Dodgers capture the 2017 World Series. But let's be honest, he's one of the most immature athletes in recent memory. The resume speaks for itself. Suspended one game in 2017 for an obscene gesture towards fans in Cleveland. Benched in a 2017 game for showing up late to training. Clayton Kershaw reportedly tried forcing the Dodgers to trade Puig. He's gotten into near-physical confrontations with teammates including Justin Turner. Got into a confrontation at a bar in Miami and allegedly pushed his sister. One former MLB player anonymously said he's one of the worst guys to play baseball. Hey, Yasiel, you've made a lot of people mad. Think you should grow up? You're pushing 30. Aqib Talib. If you're a Denver Broncos fan, you probably love Talib, but we know all 31 other teams and their fans think the guy needs to grow up. I mean, who else accidentally shoots themselves with a gun? Who snatches Michael Crabtree's chain twice? Isn't that a thing you do during an elementary school fight? Talib's gotten into many physical confrontations. That includes one with Steve Smith in 2013. The guy's just a straight-up punk. Hopefully he'll grow up someday. I'm not sure that's gonna happen, though. David Price. Gosh, where can we even start? Price hated the Boston Red Sox organization and their players, yet he got greedy and signed a $217 million contract with them in 2015. Price knew what he got himself into, a media crazy market. If you underperform, the fans are on you. It's that simple. So what does Price do? Oh, he tells the Boston media members to F off and never talk to him again. He confronts Dennis Eckersley on the team plane and tells him to leave because the Hall of Famer was slightly critical about Price. The amount of people Price has clashed with on Twitter? Ridiculous. It's like the guy wants to avoid Boston altogether. So why sign up there in the first place? Grow up, mister. Johnny Manziel. Dear Mr. Manziel, how do you manage to throw a promising career away? You realize the Cleveland Browns are so bad and desperate, they would have kept you around like forever. But no, Manziel lives life as if he's still in high school, partying and getting really drunk just days before games, showing up hungover at practices, dressing up in disguises to go party, riding on an inflatable swan. He's done it all. Most of us like to party when we're young, but athletes aren't supposed to do that during the season, not when they're pulling in millions of dollars. Manziel chose partying over a promising football career. That's the textbook definition of someone who needs to grow up. Luis Suarez. We were all told that biting other people was rude and inexcusable when we were in kindergarten, maybe even earlier. Yet here's Luis Suarez, one of the world's premier soccer players. When his name comes to mind, we tend to only think of the 3 incidents in which he has bitten an opponent. There's a whole Wikipedia page on Suarez's biting incidents alone, and biting a guy on the shoulder? Never heard of that until Suarez did it. Time to grow up, Luis. And finally, Cam Newton. Love him or hate him, you can't deny that Cam Newton is a heck of a football player. But you can also see why so many people can't stand the guy. Newton is known for his over-the-top super cocky celebrations. It pisses his opponents off. So what does he do when his Panthers get stumped on in Super Bowl 50? Newton refuses to talk to the media and walks off like a baby. And yes, he's taken some nasty hits, but he's yelling at or criticizing refs every single game. Newton just can't relax and control himself. He's always about to explode. That means he has to start growing up a little. What other athletes need to start growing up? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you have any ideas for videos, let us know down there in the comment section. You never know, we might use them and give you a shout out. And last but not least, if you liked the video, then like the video. We really appreciate it. And that's it for now. See you next time.